हाँ तो भाई जानो और सारे स्टूडेंट्स, तो आज हम आपके लिए लेके आए हैं कुछ नई प्रस्तुति में हम बताना चाह रहे हैं कि लास्ट 6 साल में नीट के पेपर में क्या क्या आया है, किधर किधर से आया है बायोलॉजी में। ओके, नीट एग्जाम आ रहा है, सबको पता है। सबकी टेंशन पॉइंट अब हाई हो चुके होंगे, प्रेशर पॉइंट इनसाइड बॉडी हाई। तो उससे थोड़ी राहत दिलाने के लिए हम लेके आए एक प्लान। In this plan, you are going to see, you are going to express, you are going to understand what is the makeup of the question, what is the designing of question coming in last 6 years from your biology NCERT. Okay, so first we have the 11th class, okay, the living world, in which we are going to see we have 6 year paper detail about living world. Okay, so 2024 we have no question from this chapter. 2023 again no question. 22 one question, 21 one question, 2020 one question and 2019 one question. And I am saying सीना ठोक के बोल रहा हूँ कि इस साल इस चैप्टर में से एक क्वेश्चन जरूर आएगा. Again I am saying that from this chapter the living world one question is coming in your paper confirm. Okay, next one is your biological classification, the chapter of fungus, viruses, bacteria and your protista. In last year paper you have two questions from this, zero question from 2023. In 2022 you have two questions only. In 2021 one question, 2021 2019 one. So maybe this year 2025 two questions is coming from your biological classification. Okay, next we have plant kingdom. Okay, one question from 2024, three question in 2023, 2022 three questions, in 2021 four questions, in 2020 three questions and 2019 one question. So in 2025 your plant kingdom confirm having three questions, not less than three, not more than three. Three questions is coming from your plant kingdom this year. Then animal kingdom 5 question 2024, 4 question 2023, 2022 2, 2021 3, 2024 and 2019 2. This year maybe the question count from your animal kingdom can be 5 or 4. Okay, next we have morphology of flowering plant, the fruit, the stem, the shoot, inflorescence, or presentation, all this chapter. In this last year we have 5 questions from this chapter. 2023 4 question, 2022 4 questions, 2021 2, 2021 2019 1. So this year again there is chance of coming 4 questions from this chapter. Okay, next we have anatomy of flowering plants. Okay, this chapter is basic. This chapter is stable. The question from this chapter, anatomy of flowering plant, it is stable. Okay, it is not crossing 4 every year. So in 2024 3, in 2023 3, in 2022 3, 2021 4, 2023 2019 3. Okay, so maybe this year or confirm this year from this chapter anatomy of flowering plant भाई तुम्हारे आ रहे 3 क्वेश्चन. ओके, 3 से 4 क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं इस चैप्टर से वापस. ओके, देन योर स्ट्रक्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन एनिमल. ओके, फ्रॉग और कॉकरोच, द एनटीएसए, फ्रॉग इज अ कॉकरोच और कॉकरोच इज अ फ्रॉग. एनटीए डू नॉट नो अबाउट दैट थिंग. फ्रॉम दिस चैप्टर लास्ट ईयर यू हैव 3 क्वेश्चंस, 2023 2 क्वेश्चन, 2022 4 question, 21 3, 23 19 3. So maybe this year 3 to 4 questions are coming from your structural organization of animal. In that 2 questions are coming from your animal tissue, 1 question from frog and 1 question from your cockroach. Okay, next the cell of the unit of the life. Okay, last year 4 questions, 2023 2 questions, 2022 1 question, 2021 3 questions, 2022 question, 2019 3 question. This year maybe in cell the unit of life this chapter can carry 3 questions. Okay, next we have biomolecules. Okay, last year the largest number of 11 syllabus is coming from your biomolecule. Okay, so 6 question, 4 question in 2023, 22 you have 3 questions, 21 you have 4, 20 you have 6 and 2019 you have 2. Okay, now in this I can say there is one symmetry, one configuration you are going to see, that in 2020 you have 6 question, in 2024 you have again 6 question. So maybe this year in biomolecules you will face 4 questions or 5 questions. No more than 5, okay, then it is your 4 or 5 question is coming from your biomolecule. Okay, next is your cell division, meiosis, mitosis. Okay, last year 4 question, previously 2023 5 question, 2022 5 questions, 2021 5 question, 2024 question, 2019 2 questions. Okay, so cell division this year carries 3 questions. And remember one thing more, NTA has been re-announced or announced that your this year 2025 NEET paper pattern is on previous pre-COVID time. Okay, so less 10 questions are there inside the paper. Okay, so next we have photosynthesis in plants. Okay, it is also again a stable like, okay, 2024 3, 23 3, 22 3, 21 2, 21 and 19 0. Okay, so maybe this year you will face 2 questions from this chapter. Okay, now next one is your respiration in plants. Okay, again it is a constant. Okay, constantly 2 to 1 question is coming from this chapter, and maximum time it is coming from your ATP part. How many ATP is produced? How many that cycle that runs? What is the substrate? What enzyme is required? That type of question is coming from your respiration in plants. So 24 you have 2 questions, 23 you have 2 questions, 22 you have 1, 21 you have 1, 20 you have 2, and 19 you have 1. Okay, so maybe this year you will face 2 questions. Okay, 2 क्वेश्चन कहीं नहीं जा रहे हैं इस चैप्टर से, वो आएंगे तो आएंगे. ओके, नेक्स्ट वन इज योर प्लांट ग्रोथ रेगुलेटर्स. ओके, हार्मोन्स ऑफ प्लांट्स, ऑक्सिन, साइटोसिन, गिबरेलिन, एब्सिक एसिड, इथाइलिन. ओके, सो इन 2024 you have 3 questions from this. Okay, in 2023 you have 2, in 2022 you have 4, in 2021 3, again in 2020 you have 4, and 2019 have only 1. So maybe this year again this chapter give you 2 opportunities, means 2% to score 8 marks. Okay, next now we are coming towards the human physiology, the largest and the heavier weight champion of 11th class. Okay, so breathing and exchange of gases, 2 questions. Previous in 2023 1 question, 2 2 2. So you are seeing the scenario, either 2 or 1 question. So this year maybe 1 question is coming from your breathing and exchange of gases. Then body fluid and circulation. Okay, that is the first most important chapter of your human physiology. Okay, so last year 3 questions are there. Then in 2023 you have 2 questions. In 2024 that 22 you have 2 questions. In 2021 you have 2 questions. In 2020 you have 3, and in 2019 you have 2. So this year this chapter gave you 3 opportunities, means 3 questions is coming and you can easily got answers, easily got bonus for, means your correct explanation from this chapter when we are going to start the revision or that classes. Okay, your extra classes and revision classes. Okay, then excretory product and their elimination. Okay, this chapter in 2024 you have 2 questions, 23 2 questions, then 1 1 2 2. So basically this chapter also coming with 1 question in your paper, or 2 not crossing more than 2. Okay, then your locomotion and movement, it is a combination of 2 systems, that is your skeletal system and muscular system. So last year only 1 question came from this chapter, previously 3 3 4 1 2. So maybe this time 2 questions or 3 questions is coming from your locomotion and movement. Okay, then we have nervous system, neural control and coordination. Last year 2 questions, in 2023 3 questions, in 2022 2 questions, in 2021 1 question, in 2020 1 question, and in 2019 2 questions. So this year can be this question give you 1 or 2 questions in the NEET 2025 paper. Then we have chemical control and integration. Okay, your harming chapter, insulin, thyroxine, testosterone, estrogen, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, all these things. So last year you have two questions from this chapter. In 2023 you have two questions. In 2022 you have one question. In 2021 you have one question. In 2020 you have two questions, and in 2019 you have two questions. So maybe this year this chapter will give you two questions or one question in NEET 2025. Okay, so this is the description of your 11th syllabus. The chapter which is present inside your 11th NCERT. This is the makeup of last 6 years on NEET exam. The question which is coming in different chapters. Now we are going to see in 12th class what will be the design, what will be the pattern of your 12th class papers. Now we are going to see. Okay, so this is your 12th class. Okay. So sexual reproduction in plants. Okay. In 2024 you have two questions. In 2023 again two. 2022 two. 2021 three. 2023 and 2019 no question from this chapter. So this year maybe the number of questions from this chapter can be 3 or 2. Okay. Then human reproduction, last year 5 questions. Previously 2023 3 questions. 2022 3 questions. 2021 3 questions. 2020 3 questions. 2019 2 questions. So this year the question count from this chapter will be 4 or 3. Okay. Seriously saying, 4 is the last limit of questions is coming from your human reproduction in this 2025 NEET. Okay. Then your reproductive health, 2 questions in 2024, 3 questions in 2023, 2 questions in 2022, 2021 you have 3 questions, 2020 you have 1 question, 2019 you have 2 questions. So maybe this year you are facing 2 questions from reproductive health. Next we have principle of inheritance and variation. Okay, सबसे बड़ा और सबसे खतरनाक चैप्टर बायोलॉजी का पर हम है ना, हम क्यों हैं खतरनाक को भी खतरनाक करने. Okay, so last year you faces 5 questions from this chapter. Previously 5 again, then previously 2, then 2021 2, then 2023 and 2019 5. So this year, this chapter is coming with again 5 questions. Okay, 5 questions are coming from this chapter again in your NEET 2025. Next is your molecular basis of inheritance. Second FADU chapter biology का. Okay, biology 12 और your total biology का दूसरा सबसे FADU chapter है molecular basis of inheritance. Okay, so last year you have 6 questions from this chapter. In 2020. 3 you have 8, in 2022 you have 8, in 2021 you have 10 questions from this chapter, 2023 question, 2019 6 questions. So this year the question coming from molecular basis of inheritance number is can be 5 or 6. Okay, again I am saying 5 or 6 question is coming from your molecular basis of inheritance. Next is your evolution. Okay, Darwinism, Lamarckism, Hardy-Weinberg principle. Okay, human evolution, all these things. So last year you have 3 questions from this chapter. 2023 you have 1 question. 2022 you have 2 questions. 2021 you have 1 question, and 2020 you have 3, and while in 2019 you have 4 questions from this chapter. So maybe this year you will get 3 questions from this chapter. Evolution, 3 questions is coming definitely in 2025 NEET exam. Next you have human health and disease, बीमारी वाला chapter, malaria, dengue, HIV, cancer, drugs, all these. Okay, so in this chapter last year you have 4 questions. In 2023 you have 2 questions. In 2022 you have 2 questions. In 2021 you have 2 questions. In 2000 you have 20 that you have 5 questions, and 2019 you have 5 questions. So again in this year there is chance of coming 4 to 5 questions in the paper. Okay, next we have microbes in human welfare. There is no comparison of this chapter, only 1 question is coming, that is sufficient. Every year 1, you can see 1 1 1 1 1. In that 2019 6 question came from this chapter. That is very humongous number of this question coming from this chapter. So 1 1 1 1 this the questions coming from this chapter maybe this year 2 questions will come in this chapter. Okay, then you have biotech. Okay, so biotech principles and processes, the first chapter of your biotechnology unit. Last year 6 questions. See, 10 questions is coming from your biotech unit. Okay, so maybe same thing will be repeat there, or less than 2 questions will be coming. That means 8 questions total coming from that unit. Okay, so 6 questions are coming from your biotech in 2024. Then 4 questions in 2023. In 2022 you have 5 questions. In 2020 21 you have 6 questions. In 2020 you have 6 questions. In 2019 you have 2 questions. So maybe this year 5 questions is coming from your biotech principle and processes. Okay, next you have biotech and its applications. Okay, so last year we have 4 questions from this chapter, 3 questions in 2023. In 2022 you have 2 questions. In 21 you have 6 questions. In 2020 you have 2 questions, and in 2019 you have only 1 question. So this year this chapter coming with 4 to 5 questions definitely. Okay, now we are coming to the ecology, the most scoring unit. Okay, you can easily give answer by closing your eyes in this unit. Okay, so organism and population. Okay, your mutualism, your interactions, that graphs, the logistic graph, exponential graph, all this chapter, all these parts coming in these chapters. Okay, so last year 2 questions are coming from this chapter. Previously in 2023 you have 3 questions. In 2022 3 questions. In 2021 you have 5 questions. In 2023 and in 2019 you have 2 questions from this chapter. Okay, so next we have ecosystem. Okay, so last year only 1 question came from this. So maybe this year 2 questions are coming from your ecosystem. Okay, biodiversity and conservation, 5 questions came last year from this chapter. Okay, so this year there is chance of coming 3 questions from your biodiversity and conservation. So that's all for today. Okay, thank you for watching for this video. Like, share, subscribe, and kabhi झुकने का नहीं. Okay.